So Bill Maher was doing a Club Random podcast episode here with Jane Fonda, and he said something interesting about his approach to Trump and what's going to happen going forward. So let's take a listen, and then I'll react to it.
I'm shitting my pants.
It's hard to believe.
I'm shitting my pants. I assume he's talking about the Trump victory is why he's shitting his pants?
I'm shitting my pants.
It's hard to believe.
I mean, I may quit because I don't want to do another. I did Trump. I did all the Trump stuff before anybody. I called him a con man before anybody. He's a mafia boss. I was the one who said he wasn't going to concede the election. I've done it. I've seen this fucking...
Well, then how come he's so hostile to Jimmy Kimmel and not to you?
He's very hostile to me. He
Is
tweets
he?
about me every week.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Every week he accidentally watches my show and then low ratings loser.
Oh, well, yeah.
But, I mean, I'm bored with it. I mean...
So find a new thing to do and not do Trump. Do something else.
The show is the politics.
I know,
There's no other thing than... And he's going to dominate the news like he always does.
So the two most important parts, I'm shitting my pants and I'm bored with it. Because what does that tell you? The I'm shitting my pants thing is like, wait a second, I actually genuinely, sincerely am afraid of some form of retribution, right? What's he going to do? Stick the IRS on Bill Maher, get audited? Is he going to go further than that? Like, what kind of skeletons does Bill Maher have in his closet that he's afraid, that he wants to keep quiet, that he feels like could be uncovered? So the I'm shitting my pants, I feel like, is genuine, like, holy shit, this is serious now. He's in there. He's in revenge mode. He hates me. He can come after me. Remember, Trump sued Bill Maher before he was president because Bill Maher told a joke he didn't like. So you know that this man is capable of being the pettiest person on the planet and to, do vengeance and retribution and revenge. So that's interesting. And then the second part, man, I'm bored with it. Because Bill Maher said something during one of his new rule segments. He was like, he's no longer going to have my mind, he said at the end of a new rule segment about Trump. Which to me, it sounds like pre-capitulation, doesn't it? Like, I'm bored with it. I'm not going to do it again. So, okay, you criticized him for 4 years, right? The end result, or 8 years, actually. The end result was he won again. So, like, I don't know, I just kind of give up. It almost feels like if you can't beat him, join him. Right? Isn't that what it feels like? Or at the very least, if you can't beat him, just check out completely. That's what it feels like, right? I don't know, man. I think that this clip is important because I think it shows the mindset of a lot of Democrats in the country right now. You're seeing this with Democratic politicians too. We got some stories, I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, we might cover them, of Democratic congressmen who are like, you know what? Bro, me, bro? I'm joining the Doge caucus, bro. I'm all about government efficiency, bro. So you see a lot of this. You saw this with Mika and Joe Scarborough, right? We met with Trump. Yeah, we met with Trump and had lunch. And yeah, we called him Hitler like last year. But you know what? We need a new approach, bro. And maybe Hitler's not so bad, bro. So you see this with Democratic politicians. You see this with many media figures. This idea of like, I think a lot of them are scared. A lot of them are scared. Oh my God, he's going to come after us. And then also, hey, we tried resisting at every turn and that didn't work. So I'm going to give up. But look, the problem is, and I have to say this, with most of these people, the problem is the way in which they resisted, right? It's not that resistance is bad. In fact, resistance is good when you're dealing with an authoritarian madman far-right lunatic. It's good. It's how you do it that matters. And so I don't, for somebody who was Russiagating for 4 years or 8 years, I could see them being like, hey man, I tried my best and it didn't work. But the thing is, you were focusing on the wrong things. The problem with Trump is that he's like George W. Bush. The problem with Trump is that he massively cut taxes for the wealthy and corporations, where 83% of the benefits went to the top 1%. The problem with Trump is that he tried to overturn the last election. He committed 91 crimes. He did the fake elector slate, which is preposterously illegal. He lost 200,000 manufacturing jobs, lost 2.9 million jobs in total under his administration. 3 million people lost health insurance under his administration. Appointed more billionaires and Wall Street CEOs in his administration than anybody in history. Appointed the NLRB with union busters. Stiffed 8 million people of overtime pay. Hawkish foreign policy. Bombed Syria multiple times. Bombed Somalia. Ripped up the Iran agreement. Tried to coup Venezuela. Assassinated a top Iranian general who was fighting ISIS. These are the problems. And unfortunately, I think one of the big problems with the media is they never knew how to attack Trump. They never knew how to attack him. It was all like they picked the worst ways to attack him and didn't touch the best ways to attack him. And so now a lot of them are either scared or bored or both, right? And you see a lot of pre-capitulation. You see a lot of this idea, which was plausible in 2016, which is no longer plausible. This idea of like, I don't know, maybe there will be a way to work with them on certain things to get something done, right? Whether, he's cap credit card interest rates at 10%. I'm going to work with you on that. Or, cut the Pentagon. I'm going to work with you on that. They are not going to cap credit card interest rates at 10%, and they are not going to cut the Pentagon. I would bet my left nut those things aren't going to happen. It's not going to happen. So instead of like maybe we can hold hands and sing Kumbaya in certain areas, it's better to be like, you're fucking frauds. You're not going to do it, right? And so it's crazy because in my mind, I'm feeling like take the resistance dial and crank it up triple. And others are feeling like, let's roll back on that resistance dial a little bit for multiple reasons. Because he's scared, and I think a lot of these people are scared of genuine retribution from Trump, and because he's bored, right? It's almost like, hey, I tried my best to take you down, and I failed. Therefore, I kind of give up, right? You can see how, like, this is how political eras sort of function. At some point, Democrats just gave up when it came to Ronald Reagan. And they were just like, okay, yeah, I guess the era of big government is over. I guess the worst words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Okay, we agree. I mean, that's what Bill Clinton was, right? Bill Clinton was a Democrat winning, but having the general model of Reagan. That was the political era, the neoliberal era. And now, it looks like a lot of people are capitulating to a Trump era. And that's why you got Democrats now saying, should we be more anti-trans? Maybe we should be more anti-trans. Maybe we should be even further right-wing on the border. Even though Kamala said nothing about trans people, and she ran to the right on the border. Look at that bipartisan border bill, which was a massive crackdown on the border, which Trump blocked. So I think people are learning all the wrong lessons, man. But by the way, I will say this. Massive, massive Trump W if he actually gets Bill Maher to quit his show. Because this guy, I got no interest anymore in his shitty-ass takes on real time, right? The only time we talk about him is to mock him for the dumb things he says. So, massive Trump W if he gets Bill Maher to quit his show. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think Bill's going to stay. And I think he's going to do what we've seen him do a lot lately, which is make a pivot towards enlightened centrism, right? Where it's like, bro, yeah, I disagree with the far right on some things, but the far left is really the worst, bro. Let's hyper-focus on that 90% of the time, bro. We've seen this tap dance so many times. That's what's boring. That's what's stale. That's what's tired. We see right through it. So, Bill, if you're not in the mood to actually tell the truth about Trump, okay, then actually step down. Get the hell out of the way. Because there's those of us that want to tell the truth. And we're not scared shitless, and we're not bored. So, take that. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.